Nothing says anime like pulling out your katana and slicing through hordes of enemies with a flurry of cuts. My name's Zio, and today we'll be discussing braver skills, core gameplay mechanics, and photon arts. So grab your katana and your bow, and let's become sci-fi samurai. To start things off, let's take a look at the core skills. We'll cover weapon-specific skills when we get to those segments. Brave Combat is Braver's signature skill. This one's kind of a weird animal compared to the others since you can use it while subbing Braver. While this is active, your PAs will use less PP and you'll regain more PP with normal attacks. Hit it again to unleash a powerful finishing attack. Brave Combat Short Cycle reduces the duration of Brave Combat but reduces its cooldown. Brave Combat Final Bonus gives you back some HP and PP depending on how many hits you landed. Resta Effect Amplifier does what you'd expect. Of course, the healing effect isn't as strong when Braver is used as a subclass. Breakfall HP gain recovers some HP when you pop back up after a knockback or a launcher. Mighty Guard reduces damage taken and PP consumption when you block with a weapon action. Now we come to the photon arts, starting with everyone's favorite, the katana. Katana photon arts are effectively 3 in 1. Each PA has 3 steps in its combo, activated by doing the same PA 3 times in a row. That is, unless you have Katana PA combo retention. That lets you string together different PAs on the next step. Silverleaf Storm does a series of horizontal cuts. This is a nice filler PA because of its lower PP cost compared to the other two. Iris Gale is your go-to AoE option. The last 2 steps hit multiple times and have a pretty nice range to them. Lotus Lightning is your hardest hitting single target katana PA. This is especially nice for pumping out tons of damage on downed enemies. Katana Guard Counter fires off a counter attack when you successfully parry an attack with a weapon action. Katana Guard Counter Advance will add a shockwave to that counter attack. Fearless Attitude nullifies an oncoming enemy attack in front of you and fires off a counterattack. After a normal attack or a PA, you'll notice this 90-degree barrier in front of you. The timing here is kinda dicey in my opinion. Good luck trying to land this consistently. Brave Combat Close Range brings you in closer to a locked-on target after a normal attack, but the range here is pretty short. For gap closers, you have the tried and true Wired Lance weapon action, and also forward step dodge. So now we come to the bow. Unlike other ranged weapons, the bow doesn't have a critical range sweet spot. You can also charge your normal attacks unlike other weapons. Flex Arrow fires off a powerful homing shot and you can charge it up to 2 times. The first charge fires a piercing shot and you can move around while charging that. The second charge hits incredibly hard, but you can't move while charging it. You can, however, step cancel. Frenzied Firework shoots off an arrow that scatters and hits nearby enemies. The charged version will shoot a spray of arrows in a cone in front of you. Dimensional Ray deploys a set of bits that attack a specific spot. They'll just shoot within that circle. Now the charged version provides support fire when used in conjunction with other bow PAs up to 5 times. You'll know this is active when you see a pair of blue rings around you. Bow Illusion Counter will fire off a trio of bits after a successful dodge with a weapon action followed by a normal attack. Now when you follow a PA with a weapon action in conjunction with a directional input, Bow Illusion Plus will fire off a homing shot. Tracer Arrow will turn your normal attacks into homing shots. This is pretty convenient for fast moving enemies. Brave Combat Arrow Mates keeps you from being knocked back during a PA's wind up with Brave Combat up. Now for subclasses, you're definitely going to want either Gunner or Force, especially for katanas. They drink a lot of PP, especially when used in rapid succession. Since people have asked about skill trees in my previous class videos, I figured I'd share mine here. Of course, grab all the katana and bow skills and max out final bonus. Now some people would say that 3 out of 5 is the sweet spot for short cycle, so that would leave us with 2 extra points, 1 for Breakfall and 1 for Mighty Guard. Breakfall is kinda niche and I feel like it's only worth it if you have a Forces katana. I can't recommend Resta Amplify unless you want to be some weirdo Tech or Braver super healer, but that's only 10% with Braver sub versus 20% with Braver main. All in all, this feels pretty good. Mechanically, it took a little bit of getting used to, especially with the bow. The frame data offers some pretty interesting insights. For one thing, step counter does more damage than weapon action counter. If you want to go further down that rabbit hole, I'll have a link to that spreadsheet in the description. So what do you guys think of Braver? Which weapon tickles your fancy? What are your go-to rotations for both weapons? I always love chopping it up with you guys in the comment section and on the streams. Speaking of which, the link to that's going to be down below and on screen. Feel free to come by and hang out, maybe have a couple drinks. Of course, there's always Twitter and Discord if you want to keep up with what else I'm up to. So if you found this at all helpful, do me a solid, do the usual YouTubey stuff that helps get this out in front of more people. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, share this with your friends. After all, sharing is caring, right? As always, my friends, thank you so much for watching and for the continued support. And remember, to thine own self be true. Until next time, farewell.